Doctor Who's line is in any way the improvisation show which makes neighbours look well prepared and Teletubbies look like the jewel in the crown. Featuring tonight the return of the distinguished Royal Shakespearean actress, comedy store player and the man in the street's favourite improviser, Josie Lawrence, and the surprise return of actor, novelist, playwright, intellectual and most famous visitor to Belgium since Adolf Hitler, Stephen Fry, then the not particularly surprised return of the most famous Canadian to visit this country since Leonard Cohen's last tour, Colin Mockery, and finally the constant surprising combination of skills, talents and spare parts that make up Ryan Stiles. Thanks for joining the production. We're going to start with a game. Well, if I can get on tonight, we've got a very lively audience tonight, a rather dull set of improvisers, obviously, but the questions only. It's for all four contestants. Josie and Stephen are going to start off and they have to do a little scene, but only speaking in questions. And when and if they go wrong, I'll buzz them and they'll be replaced by the person behind them. And what I'd like to do is scenes from ancient Rome. And Stephen, you're starting, so you've got to come down into the arena. You've been away too long. Anyway, scenes from ancient Rome, questions only. Where you go?
Is this Rome?
Nonny bonum cadem est.
Are you Julius Caesar?
Sic semper haec vicquic.
Are you talking Latin or just taking the piss?
Was he built in a day, do you think?
Would you like a chariot race?
Could you explain what a chariot race actually is? Does it always involve Stephen Boyd at the end getting dragged under the wheels of...
What the hell are you talking about?
Please try and...
Better when you stuck to Latin.
Do you order a pizza?
Don't you have the food of the gods?
What did you order?
Didn't I order some grapes?
Can you handle pepperonis?
What's a pepperoni?
I don't.
Back on, Stephen.
Two brute, eh?
Yeah.
Is that a toga?
It's not the Ides of March, is it?
Well, you're a bit late there with your
Oh, I
question.
wasn't. No, sorry, damn.
Yeah, you're getting two clever clubs by half here, Stephen.
Would you like a statue erected to you?
What do you mean by erected?
Are you coming on to me, Pantithius?
Is it obvious?
What have you done with my family?
That was your family?
Whose family would it be?
How much did you love your mother?
Don't tell me you stoned her.
No, I'm just allowing that. It's not really a question. So, well, bring both pairs. Go on.
Oh.
Are you going to the Parthenon tonight?
You're going.
Can you explain to the Parthens and Athens?
Yes. Well, they used
Is
to
the
travel a
Parthenon in
bit.
Athens?
Would you like to buy a map?
Well, that's very well played. I'll give 10 points everywhere from Stephen, who did in Latin. I'll give him XII points. As we go on to film and theatre stars for Stephen and Josie. Come on now, I'll give you a scene to do in a moment. We need some film and theatre stars for these two.
Bill and Ben.
Bill and Ben. We just up the ante a bit. Prisoner Cowboy, yeah, an intellectual, thank goodness for that. Oh, one more. Cabaz. Sorry, Cabaz. Right, okay, so this is for the kiddies, this one, I think. What's your scene? Josie, you're hijacking a plane, and Stephen is the pilot. Nice straightforward scene. Give you some unstraightforward style.
Hello, I hope you don't mind. I'd quite like to have a look at your cockpit.
All right.
Yes, it would be all right.
Yes, come in.
I see.
Sit down on the co-pilot there.
Yeah. Very sort of me.
You know,
Well, actually, I've got something to say.
Yes?
Would you please take me to Cuba, or I'll shoot you?
This is a simulator, you know that, don't you?
Prisoner cell block H.
I'm sorry, B, it's my first time.
Oh, that's all right. Everybody's got to have a first time, and I'm usually the bitch that gives it them.
Well, you don't get it, maybe. Vinegar Tits told me to come and do this, and I told her to rack off, but she wasn't having any of it.
You got to take the discipline, do the bird, and then come to me and allow me to insert strange things inside you. That's the only way to get to Cuba.
pretend to take me to Cuba, B? Please, B, please, B.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll compromise.
Bill and Ben.
Flub, double wop, double wop. Oh, flubba, double dub.
Oh, I was thinking of Bill Clinton and Tony Benn. Oh, I see.
You do the same.
No, they didn't have the little weed there. It's
Cuba.
inhale.
Flub, double, double, Cuba. Oh, flubba, double dub.
Weed.
Okay, does World War II movie.
I'm going to ask... Oh, no, you better. You're the hijacker, aren't you?
It's war madness, isn't it, sir? You don't know what you're doing, do you? But I want you to take me to Cuba right away. I'm sorry about this, awfully sorry and all. Will you please stop going off?
I'm sorry, it's a damn Gestapo. They fixed my fingers to my eyes.
American soap opera, dynasty kind of thing.
Which?
Well, whichever one.
I do a dynasty and I do a dynasty.
Well, do both and we'll try to tell, Steve.
Okay. You have to say it, whether it was a dynasty or a dynasty.
Dynasty.
All right. That's the one I can't do.
Are you going to do what I say?
God damn it, Porcelain! I'm trying to tell you that I love you.
But I don't understand what love is.
You're a Colby, goddammit!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Each and every one of those was marvellous, and I'll give you some points later as we go into a game called Sound Effects. This is for Colin and Ryan, and the idea of this is that Colin has to act out an everyday activity, or mime it, while Ryan provides the sound effects using that microphone. So what everyday activity are we going to do? Oh, he's just looking for thrills at the fairground. Thrills at the fairground, Colin and Ryan. Oh, 1,000 points each there. Be more of it, whatever you're doing, but let's do number of words. This is for everybody, in fact, these four people here. And what they're going to do is going to be reenacting the Romeo and Juliet story with the limitations that each of them can only speak in a specific number of words. Now, Romeo is Ryan. He has to use 3 words at a time. Juliet is Josie. She uses 4 words at a time. Stephen, you're obviously going to be Juliet's disapproving father, Capulet, and you use 6 words at a time. And your wife, Lady Capulet, Colin, he'll be using 2 words at a time. Nothing could be clearer than that. Where you go, Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo, I love you.
I love you.
Romeo, I love you.
I love you. Take your hands off that Montacute!
It's your father.
Oh, my father. Oh, no.
Once a Capulet, always a Capulet.
Ow, my right boob.
My favorite one. What the? Foul Montague!
I love Juliet.
And I, Romeo. Oh, yes.
No way!
You love Romeo? You love Romeo?
Easy, dear.
Well, I'm sorry, but it gets my goat to hear her talking.
I will kill myself.
Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself! I will too.
Go ahead.
You dare me?
I dare.
Shall we do it?
Yes, we shall.
Where's the poison, Romeo?
You go first. I'm going to count to 6. 1.
Drink, Juliet, drink.
2.
Shall I do it?
3.
Yes, my love.
Oh my God. Wow.
She did.
I feel like shit. Romeo, I love thee.
Bernstein, there could be a musical in this.
She's dead. Dead. My daughter.
While I work out the points, that's particularly complicated round, we'll take a short break. See you after that. Bye. All right, well, welcome back, and I can tell you that Stephen has gone into a 1-point lead, but all the others have gone into a 100-point lead, so it won't help you very much. We're on a game called Props. They divide into 2 pairs of 2 for this. Colin and Ryan, you've got to come up with as many different ways of using this interesting orange item, while the other 2 have to come up with ways of using these bizarre things. These must have been brought by somebody in the studio audience.
They're surprisingly heavy, aren't they?
Yeah, you're just acting. So I'll buzz. I get the idea of what you're doing. Take it away, Ryan and Colin.
Here, boy, you want some water?
Right, wait for the next ski lift, darling.
Just when the big waves come, your surfboard goes limp. And Miss Street Porter, your floss has arrived. Darling, are you sure this is supposed to be a tent?
Fergie.
Do you think this nipple piercing's too much, darling?
Take a look at her. Wow! You haven't seen my wife anywhere, have you?
Santa, we're going on strike.
What? Okay, thank you very much. That's in there. Very good. Whatever that was. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know where they come from, but they're going back there straight away. And it's pretty obvious who won that one as we go into a game called Let's Make a Date for all 4 competitors. And it's going to feature Josie Lawrence appearing on a dating program, and she has to decide which of the other 3 she wants to go on a date with. Hard enough in itself, but each of them will be playing a strange character, and she has to work out who they are or what they are. So away you go, Josie.
If you could invent something, what would it be and why? Number 1.
Dick, call me Dick. Josie, I would invent a kind of sharing. A sort of outreach, if you like. Most people don't. A kind of sharing outreach, I think, is what we really need, don't you?
And number 2, please. What would you invent?
I would invent something that would get rid of the word of aluminium and oregano. What the hell is that? Why don't you speak like normal people? God, everything is so old here. History coming out your ass.
Number 3.
Uh-huh.
What would you invent?
Oh. I would probably invent something that would get water directly from a tap into someone's mouth. Some sort of hose you're dumping the hole.
Question number 2 to Dick.
Dick.
I like a man to be well read. Could you explain a little bit about the current book you're reading and why you like it?
The book I'm reading is the book I always read, Tracy. At the moment, I've got quite far into it. I don't want to give too much away. But it's about a friend of mine, and I think someone who could become a friend of yours. He's a sharing kind of guy. In many ways, he's a bit like a gangster rapper in a strange kind of way. He's out there on the streets with the kids, shooting up, but he shoots up with love.
That's nice. Yeah. Number 2.
Yeah?
What are you reading at the moment?
Well, I'll tell you, nothing by Jane Austen, nothing with any dotty detectives in it. And everyone drinks tea in those kind of books. What is it with tea? What is it with tea? I pass stronger urine samples than that. Coffee! Now there's a drink! Coffee! I need one right now!
Number 3.
Yes, well, at the moment I'm reading a first aid book. Titled Burning.
Okay, Josie, got any guesses now as to...
Right. Difficult ones. These. I think Stephen is like New Age type Christian.
Christian vicar, trendy vicar, that's it, yeah, you're spot on there. And
I think Colin's just been himself. No, he's somebody that hates old things.
hates everything English, so I think you're...
Oh, really?
Yes, unbelievable as it may seem, but well done, yes. nearly.
And Ryan's just eaten something very hot and pooed himself.
That's it, exactly, well done. I think Stephen may be coming up on the rails any moment as we go on to News Flash, as we feature Stephen Fry reporting on a breaking story over there, the other side of the studio. And Josie and Ryan, you're going to be conducting a news programme, sitting on these stools over here. Now, the idea of this game is that Stephen is a reporter in some exciting location, but he doesn't really know where he is because he's in front of a blank screen onto which the real scenery is going to be superimposed later. We know where he is because we can see what's happened with the magic of television. Ryan and Josie know as well, but they have to try and give some hints to Stephen. And if he can guess it right, then we can stop this game and do something else. So, where you go.
We interrupt the story for a special news bulletin. We're going to Stephen out in the field. Stephen, can you hear us?
I can just about hear you, yes, thanks very much. Just about hear you. As you can imagine, it's pretty exciting here. I don't know if you're getting the pictures through at the moment, but it's a pretty extraordinary scene, I think you'd agree.
Stephen, we're worried for your safety. Are you sure you're not too close?
I don't feel too close. I feel... Can you see everything quite clearly?
Yes.
Very clearly,
Yes, we
too
can, Stephen.
clearly, Stephen.
Absolutely right. Well, as you can imagine, it's caused quite a local sensation what's going on here.
Is the man in the hand frightened?
Is the man in the hand frightened? Oh, Christ.
Stephen, look out! Stephen, look out!
Stephen!
Oh, Christ.
Do you have any sort of protection with you?
I'm afraid I don't. I just have a BBC press pass. Do you think that's going to be much help?
I think you're just monkeying around. Have you got any idea what might be going on behind you?
I've got a horrible feeling that it's something to do with King Kong.
Oh, well done. Well, I think I'll give 15 points to everybody there, but maybe 20 points to me for giving the vital clue that got us out of our misery there. As we get on to a game called Hoedown. This is for all 4 contestants, and here they're going to make up a song on the spot with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. A song in the form of a Hoedown. We'll make it up about marital problems. So the marital problems Hoedown, starting with Josie, working your way down the line to Ryan. Away you go.
problems with me and my fella. So we went to see a marriage counselor. Her name was Helen, she was very nice. Now I live with her instead, and my life is full of spice.
Good, isn't it? Music and sex are very similar to me. I just can't make them. Whatever I do, or whatever I try to, I find the best way is to fake them. I've been to that Ann Summers shop. I've been in every branch. The only way I can really get it off is with Richard Branch.
I'm a great blue whale and I live undersea. I'm having problems with my wife and me. She always talks about old boyfriends. It really makes me sick. Well, how the hell can I compare to a guy named Moby Dick?
I live in the U.S., married a girl from the South. She's always screaming, got a really big old mouth. She comes out a swinging, a screaming, and a fussing. I guess that's what you get when you marry your sister's brother's cousin.
Almost unbelievably, based on that last hoedown, I can announce that the winner this week is Stephen Fry. So well done. That's the way it comes out, because we want Stephen to read the credits in a style of my choosing, and you do that in the style of somebody who's reporting on the opening night of an opera, and all the others will be the opera stars arriving just as things seem to be going wrong. It just remains for me to thank Josie Lawrence, Stephen Fry, Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Richard Branch, the pianos, me, Clive Evans, and say good night. Good night.
Well, before the curtain rises for Whose Line Is It Anyway, in comes Clive Anson, followed by Dame Richard Branch, Philip Pope. They're warming up now. Pretty exciting stuff, actually, at the moment there. We're going to be getting the third act here. Oh my God, her epiglottis has escaped. Her epiglottis has bounced across the room. We hope there's a separate one there. We've got a Norm in the background from Wagner, which is surprising because we're doing Verdi this evening. Over there. I think I'm getting a bit of a pickup line here. I may be in luck.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show which makes neighbours look well prepared and Teletubbies look like the jewel in the crown. Featuring tonight the return of the distinguished Royal Shakespearean actress, comedy store player, and the man in the street's favourite improviser, Josie Lawrence, and the surprise return of actor, novelist, playwright, intellectual, and most famous visitor to Belgium since Adolf Hitler, Stephen Fry. Then the not particularly surprised return of the most famous Canadian visitor to this country since Leonard Cohen's last tour, Colin Mockery, and finally the constant, surprising combination of skills, talents, and spare parts that make up Ryan Stiles. Thank you very much, Catherine. We're going to start with a game. Well, if I can get on tonight with a very lively audience tonight, a rather dull set of improvisers, obviously, but the questions only. It's for all four contestants. Josie and Stephen are going to start off, and they have to do a little scene, but only speaking in questions. And when and if they go wrong, I'll buzz them, and they'll be replaced by the person behind them. And what I'd like to do is scenes from ancient Rome. And Stephen, you're starting, so you've got to come down into the arena. You've been away too long. Anyway, scenes from ancient Rome, questions only. Where you go?
Is this Rome?
Non bonum cadem est.
Are you